Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Volition's Pitch Bootcamp. Today we will cover the foundations to build a concise and compelling pitch. The intention is to help you to build your pitch. If you already have your pitch, maybe to polish some things. If an element is missing there, hopefully this session is going to help you. So that's why we are here today. Very quickly to mention and to say thank you to our partners, that is KAST, and also to the Science First Fair Foundation in BC. This Pitch Bootcamp is in partnership with them, and also thank you to Discovery Foundation, because thanks to Discovery Foundation, it is possible to deliver this session. And very quickly, I would like to invite or give the mic to Caitlin in case you would like to say a few words today.
Yes, thank you. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Pitch Bootcamp. Just want to also give a big thanks to Volition for delivering today's bootcamp. I'm sure you all are going to find it very informative as you go about developing your own pitches for your innovations. For those who are participating in the Youth Innovation Showcase. Just a quick note about KAST, if you don't know who we are, we represent the entire Kootenay region in STEM education as well as tech entrepreneurship. So I'm representing KAST Youth. So we represent youth all across the Kootenays, including Revelstoke and Golden, from K to grade 12. And seeing that most of you are in the high school and older area, we do offer entrepreneurship type services to youth. So one thing I want to plug, in partnership with Selkirk and College of the Rockies, we have launched a new regional youth entrepreneurship program that is Kootenay-wide, brand new, launched this week. So if any of you are interested in getting more information about that, I will certainly direct you to email youth@kast.ca, for more information. So I will allow Gabby to continue, and thank you for allowing me to talk a little bit about KAST.
Awesome. Thank you, Caitlin. So thank you to our partners. Let's continue with the presentation very quickly to do the land acknowledgement. I am joining from Vancouver, and while we meet today on a virtual platform, I am joining from, as I said, from Vancouver, and I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the importance of the lands that many of us are joining from. We do this to reaffirm our commitment and responsibility to improve our own understanding of local Indigenous peoples and their cultures. Volition was founded here in Vancouver on the unceded ancestral territory of the Musqueam, the Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations, and from coast to coast to coast to coast, we acknowledge the ancestral and ancestral territory of all the Inuit, Métis, and First Nations people that call this land home. I am sharing here in this presentation a very short video, a YouTube video link that I hope that you will have the time to see it, because we would like to be intentional when doing the land acknowledgement. And actually, this is a good video to make us reflect about that. And the way that we intend to be intentional here at Volition is sharing resources, educational resources, or basically that to share knowledge and to keep learning about this important topic. So hope you will have a couple of minutes to check who we are if you haven't heard about Volition. But at Volition, we help entrepreneurs navigate their knowledge gaps, pain points, and now what moments. Basically, our vision is to be the knowledge hub for funders to build capacity, clarity, and confidence on their entrepreneurial journey. what we do or how we do it through educational programming, for example, like this, or other master classes related with marketing, due diligence, sales, and different topics related to businesses. We also do this through one-on-one coaching or one-on-one advising. We have a team of 15 senior level advisors that work hand by hand with entrepreneurs, so they guide them through their entrepreneurial journey, and finally through community events. We have run over 120 pitch events, and including those events are, for example, hackathons or innovation challenges. We have run some of them with Langara College, with Crofton, and with other schools and organizations like that. So that is Volition. And I'm gonna just present myself because I've been talking and I haven't presented myself. I am Gabi. My name is Gabriela Cepeda. I am originally from Ecuador. Probably right now you have noticed because of my accent. But yes, I am from Ecuador, and I landed here in Canada like 3 years ago. And I landed in the startup ecosystem. I've been working with Volition. Right now, I am the project coordinator here. Before starting with Volition, I was working for CPG companies, consumer packaged good companies. I had a chance and the opportunity to manage brands like probably you heard about Huggies, Kleenex, You Buy Kotex. That's what I've been doing. That's what I was doing before in the areas of marketing and trade marketing. And as I've been fortunate right now to land here in Volition and to work together with Melanie Ewan and Paul Brazar, both co-founders of Volition, I've been learning a lot of things from them. They are well known for being master pitch coaches. That's what they do in their day-to-day. And I'm also a pitch coach in training. So I hope that you are going to learn something new in this session. That's about me. And let's start with a big portion and the interesting thing. Pitching, that's why we are here today. And I would like to start with a question. No pressure at all, but you're welcome to open the mic and let me know your answers. I would like to understand, how confident do you feel about pitching? Is this your first time? You have tried before? Maybe you participated in previous competitions. So I would like to know, what's your level of confidence about pitching, or maybe what comes to your mind when you hear about pitching? What is it? The first word that could come to your minds. I'd like to listen to your answers. Somebody there.
I'd say for me, it really has to do with confidence. That's the first thing that really comes to mind. When you have a confident speech, it becomes so much more impactful. I do debates, so it's really something I've learned to love. And I think that's what really starts a convincing pitch.
Yes, I like the part of confidence. Thank you. If I am pronouncing correctly, sorry, my pronunciation. Faya. Thank you for your answer. Somebody else?
What does pitching mean?
Good question. Okay. Yeah, and we are going to answer this today. Okay. Okay. Somebody else, maybe so far, what it's pitching and the intention of about pitching. Okay, so far that. It seems that we have a bit of experience here with pitching, and somebody else that is entering to this part of pitching, which is good. Oh, I forgot to say, if you have any questions, please raise your hand, and also you can drop your questions here in the chat box. Sarah is going to help me in that sense, so I will try to do a couple of pauses to check for your questions, but feel free to drop them in the chat box. I'm going to start with the part of pitch mindset, right? And probably, not probably, with the pitch mindset, we are going to understand better what is the intention behind pitching. And with the pitch mindset, I would like to start with, probably you're very familiar with the part of the memes, reality versus expectation, or expectation versus reality, right? It's something like that. So when you are pitching, when an entrepreneur is pitching, presenting their idea, presenting their business, very often people think that, okay, I'm going to pitch and I am going to raise funds. So right away after pitching, I am going to receive a check from an investor giving me money to put it into my business, right? That would be the expectation. However, that's not reality. You don't receive a check right away after you are pitching, right? So a pitch is a tool, is an opportunity. That's the way we would like to reframe a pitch, because you're presenting your business, presenting your idea, but there's different ways or possibilities that can come after a pitch, not exactly a check. And also we are going to talk about this later, but there are different type of investors. So the traditional investors are the ones that put money into your business. However, there are other types of investors. So that's the first part that I would like to start mentioning. Let's start switching that mindset about the pitch and have in mind that a pitch is a tool, an opportunity. Now that we mentioned that it is a tool, okay, a tool for what? What we can get with when pitching. Basically, this tool, the pitch, is a tool to generate intrigue and trust, secure a second conversation. If you would like to say, think about secure a second date, and increase visibility, increase brand visibility. Talking about your innovations, you are working right now in innovations and projects. When I say increase visibility, use it, for example, to spread the message, to spread the word about what you created, what you what you have built, what you are doing, and what you are passionate about that. Okay, so the pitch is going to be a tool to kind of cover these three things. Okay, that is the best part. One that I was almost forgetting. A pitch is also an opportunity to test your message. Right now that you created your project, your innovation, you are going to be reaching out or pitching in front of different audiences. So if you would like to test your message, this is a good way to do it. See what is the reaction of people, what they say after your pitch. Are they connecting with you? Are they making questions? This is a good opportunity to grab those questions, because those questions could guide you on about what elements would you like to include in your pitch. Okay, so that is kind of the main message here about reframing the pitch. And here is the part that I would like to talk about investors, the different ways of investors. I told you that traditional investors put money into your business project or innovation so you can move forward with the business, right? But there are also other types of investors. For example, those could be advisors, those could be mentors, those could be clients and other stakeholders. So not all of them are putting exactly money into your business, but they could contribute to the business or the project with their network. They can connect you with another person that is working in a similar thing, or maybe they can connect you with a customer, they can connect you with a stakeholder. So there's other ways to invest into the business. I think that right now for your projects, for your innovations, maybe you can be surrounded by investors, mentors that could help you to move forward with your projects. So that was the part that I would like to talk about the investors. And now let's move to the part of building the pitch. Okay. And to build the pitch, there's two things here. I'm going to use, or we use at Volition, we use a methodology called PASOYAS. Weird name, but it's very simple. It's the letters, or that stands for problem, solution, opportunity, and the ask. Okay, that is the PASOYAS methodology that we use at Volition. First of all, the rules of the game. Okay, you are part of the Youth Innovation Showcase. So for that one and for the next stage, you need to prepare a 2-minute speech. This is very important. And then that is going to be followed up by a 10 minutes of Q&A with the judges, with a panel of judges. I think that they are 3 judges, if I am correct. Okay, 3 judges. So very clear about the rules of the game. Very important here. Track your time. Okay. At the beginning of the session, we mentioned about the confidence, and that confidence, you get it when you are practicing. Okay. So practice continuously your pitch and track your time. Try to be on time with your pitch and not go over that time. Sometimes when things are tied between competitors or with pitchers, the time could be a factor to move to the next stage. Sound a little bit weird, but could be. Okay, this person went over with I don't know, 10 seconds, so that could rest you points in the competition. So remember, 2-minute speech and a 2 and 10 minutes of Q&A with the judges. Now here it is, PASOYAS. This is the graphic of PASOYAS, what we use at Volition. If you Google this, you will find a lot of methodologies to build a pitch. Okay, and we are using a very common one, as I mentioned: problem, solution, opportunity, and ask. But there's a difference here. So we build this one. Volition build this one after working with hundreds of entrepreneurs. We work in our day-to-day with them and helping them build their pitch, right? So we designed this methodology after listening all those pitches and after working with them. And what is different with other methodologies is that we made history the center of this piece, the center of this wheel, as you can see. And we made the history the kind of the center, or the most important part of the pitch. Okay, that's something that I would like to start mentioning. As I said, we have the 4 core elements in your pitch. Very important to just double check that you are covering all these 4 components. And now, to go deeper into this explanation, I would like to use the analogy of a puzzle. I mentioned the story and the components of the pitch, right? So using the analogy of the puzzle, I would like to see, or I see the story as the glue to put together the different pieces: the problem, the solution, the opportunity, and so on. And why I came up with this analogy of the puzzle, because when you are pitching, you will be pitching to different audiences. You will be pitching for different forums, right? And depending on the goal of the pitch, it's going to impact into the elements that you are going to use, right? So the history is going to help us to put together the different pieces, but according to what you want to achieve. Okay, so that is the analogy, the puzzle analogy that I would like to use to explain the importance of the history here. Another important thing to mention. Why the glue? Because if you continue doing what you are doing right now, when your innovations, with your projects, you as a pitcher, you as a founder, you as an entrepreneur, you are going to evolve in the process. You are going to learn more things, and you are going to move forward with your innovation, right? So as you evolve, your pitch is going to evolve too, right? So that's why it is also important to have the main piece of the history, and then decide what pieces are the proper ones to put in the puzzle when presenting your pitch. Okay, so that's what I wanted to mention there too. And now, how to identify the proper pieces. There's two important questions here to identify the proper pieces into the pitch. The first one, it is why you are pitching. What's your goal? What would you like to achieve? Right now, we are here because you're part of the competition, right? So you are pitching to present your innovation and to have a chance to win. I think it is about 5,000 prize. Exactly. Okay. So that is our goal. We would like to achieve that. We would like to get that prize to, I don't know, to finish the prototype of my innovation. I don't know, to cover the cost of a market research and continue with my innovation. So what is the goal behind you pitching? You need to have that clear. What is your goal, your intention? And the second question that it's very important, who is your audience? Again, as I was saying, who will be hearing your pitch? Are they gonna be judges? Are they gonna be investors, angel investors? Are they going to be, are you pitching in front of, I don't know, a room of science? Are you pitching in front of your classmates? Who is your audience? You need to know who is your audience, understand them better, so you will know what pieces you need to put into that pitch and to communicate your message, and also to engage with your audience, right? And not in a creepy way, but I hope that you are researching about your judges. I don't know if you know the name of the judges, maybe not, maybe yes. Yeah, exactly, maybe not. But try to understand who is your audience, what they are looking to hear in your pitch. That is very important, right? So again, not in a creepy way. And now, let's start to the part of the storytelling. I'm gonna get deeper into the part of the storytelling because this is kind of an important piece. To incorporate the story into your pitch, we at Volition use two methodologies or two ways of doing this. The first one is to incorporate the story within a pitch, and the other name it is to use a hook or to use an anecdote, right? Use that piece, and in that way you can incorporate the story in a natural way. That's one. The second one is the narrative of the pitch. Okay, I'm going to focus in the first one, like to use some sort of like a hook or an anecdote, because I feel that this first option is going to explain better your why. And here is first, wink wink, judge criteria, right? One of the things that judges are going to be looking into your pitch is how you are engaging with the audience. What is your motivation? What is your passion? Why you created that innovation? Why are you going to continue the work of that innovation, right? So if you use a story behind that, it is a better way to explain your why. So first, wink wink about judge criteria. And I'm just going to use the example that we have here, that is Sophia Chang, if I can remember correctly her name. So she started something in saying something like this: hey, my name is Sophia Chang. I am from Vancouver. I am passionate about eco-friendly fashion. I am passionate about the planet, and I started a campaign to be conscious about what was this, textiles consumption or something like that. But she started explaining why she's doing that and what she's passionate about, right? So don't forget, you can do it here at the beginning of the pitch, or also getting closer to the pitch. I'm going to explain it later, but don't forget your name, where are you located, and the name of your innovation. Probably you create a different project or things. Just put it there, put the name of your innovation. And here, another important piece. Sorry, but I'm just also following my kind of notes here because I don't want to miss anything important that could be related to your pitch. Another thing I was going to mention is find that anecdote or history in a natural way. Okay, don't force it. If you don't have the history right now, if you don't have it at the moment, don't force it, because if you force it, people will notice that. Okay, and then probably the pitch is going to feel a little bit disconnected, or you are not going to build trust with the audience, right? So do it in a natural way. Think about why you created an innovation. Probably it's a problem that that a member of your family is experiencing, or maybe some of your friends, maybe something that you've seen in your community, you have seen here in Canada. So think about who is affected by that problem, or who is related with it, to that history, and use it in that way, but use it in a natural way. I'm gonna briefly touch base about the narrative of the pitch. And the narrative of the pitch, this one I would like to use it for more experienced teachers, if we can say it like that. Thank you to, I can't remember her name, sorry, I'm really bad with names, but to the first person that, to Faya, yeah, Faya, she mentioned about confidence, right? So experienced teacher and probably people that has confidence into their pitch, they can use the narrative of the pitch. Because when you use a narrative, the narrative of the pitch, the complete pitch, the whole pitch is going to feel like a story. So you are going to start with the story and you're going to finish the pitch with the story. So as long as you are practice, as long as you are pitching and doing this like more frequently, you could reach out to this point of making a pitch feeling like a complete narrative, right? Another point, when you are infusing the story into the pitch, what you are going to achieve with that, or the benefits, what are the benefits of including the story into the pitch? You are going to build a clear pitch, a one that is concise, compelling, memorable, and I am going to highlight this part of memorable, and you are also going to attract the interest of the audience. Usually what happens with these competitions, and also with forums of entrepreneurs and people in, looking to fundraise, you probably in one session, easily you are going to listen like 10 pitches, 20 pitches, who knows, even more. But some forums, they use 90-second pitches. So can you imagine the judges listening to the 10th one, to the 20 pitches? They are going to be kind of exhausted, right? So what would you like to achieve with your pitch is to be memorable. By the end of the session, what you would like is to the judges to think about that, oh, I really like that idea of that person that is solving that pollution problem in Kelowna or something like that. Yeah, he told a very good story about what he experienced when he went to X and Y place, right? So you want to have a memorable pitch. A way to have it is how you put it, the story. What is the story behind your pitch? Okay, that is the part of the story. And now I am going to move to the part of building the pitch and the four core elements. To understand what we are going to do here, we are going to show you, I'm going to show you an example of a slide deck. So you are going to see here the slides that they created. And here you're going to see the wheel about vasoyas, right? So if you are following this wheel, we are going to transition from solution to opportunity to ask and so on, okay? So follow the wheel and follow the slides that we included here using an example. So far, I cannot see any questions, but let me know. Just raise your hand. Okay, hopefully right now it's clear. If you don't get any part, don't be shy, don't be afraid. Just let me know, and I can repeat or answer your questions. Let's start with a smart mug. That is the example that we are using for today's session. It is a very simple example. It is a mug, an automatic mug or an electric mug, so you can control the temperature of your coffee. That is the idea behind a smart mug. The first portion of the pitch is the problem. Let's start with a problem. What problem or challenge does your innovation or project is solving? Again, wink, wink, judge criteria here. What are you doing with your innovation, right? And this is the part that you would like to explain the problem. I'm just going to do a brief example. Hey, I am Gabby. I am a night owl. I'm not an early bird, and every morning I need my coffee. Every morning I do my coffee, but every time that I am doing my coffee, I burn my mouth. I love my coffee, but I dislike that feel of burning my mouth. So I am part of that 85% of Canadians that burn their mouth while sipping the first, while tasting or having the first sips of the coffee, right? That's the way that I am explaining very briefly what is the problem here. What is the problem that I am experiencing along with many other people, right? 80% of Canadians. I don't know if this is true. I think that maybe not. But what I would like to highlight here is a data point, okay? You created your innovations, so you need to validate, you need to demonstrate that you are solving a real problem. It is not only you that thinks that problem exists. So probably you are solving a thing that many people is experiencing, right? A way to validate that is that you can include here data point, statistics. If you find anything, information related to market research, if you have done your own market research, let's say that your innovation you created for your community, right? That's the one that you would like to serve or to help, to support, or to solve that problem. So you did market research within your community. You have that data, use that data, okay? But here is the part to validate that you are solving a real problem. Also, describe it in a way that it's going to be easy to understand for people. Here we are talking about a mug and that we are burning our mouth while taking the coffee, but probably you are solving something more complex, like using biology, math, science. I don't know what could be, okay? But that should be, the problem should be easy to understand to your audience. Sometimes I use the example that Paul uses when he's explaining about pitching, and not in a rude way, but even your grandmother needs to understand the problem. If your grandma, if your mother, if somebody in your family understand the problem, okay, well, that's good, because people needs to understand it. Don't complicate it too much, and make it easy to understand. Another point, use to explain the problem, do it from the user perspective. Okay, I am Gabby, I am experiencing that, so use the user perspective to explain your problem. And the last thing I'm going to mention about the problem is, do not ever explain it, or do not take too much time to talk about the problem. Let's use the example that you are solving the pollution in the oceans, right? We know that oceans unfortunately are full with plastic, contaminants like that. So that's something that we already know. We are aware through socials, through news. We are aware. The audience is aware. So if they are already aware, if they already know, do not take too long into your pitch to explain that problem. Just that could be maybe 20 seconds, 10 seconds, because we already know, and then give it time to the part of the solution, how you are solving that problem. Okay. So those are the parts that I wanted to cover in the part of the problem. Ooh, one more. I was forgetting one more. Probably with your innovation, you are solving more than one problem, okay? Just focus on the main one, in the principal problem. Again, do not overcomplicate it. Later, maybe you can have time to explain other problems that you can solve, or maybe you can include more explanation into your reports. You don't have to do it in the pitch, but include it into your reports. So if there are multiple problems that you are solving, just focus on the biggest one. Okay. Everybody following me about with example? I mean, hopefully. Okay. Thank you, Sarah. And now let's talk about the solution. Okay. With the solution, I highlighted here two things. And with the solution, what we would like to explain is how you are solving that problem. And also that your solution is meeting or meets the problem, right? You can have a problem, but if that is not connected with your solution, makes no sense. So make sure that that your solution meets the problem. And here are two things. Again, the name of your innovation, the name of your project, and two, highlighted here, the value proposition. Okay, because with the value proposition, it's the way that you can explain how your solution is better than others. That's what you would like to highlight in your pitch. Wink, wink, how your solution is better than others. Okay, so two things highlighted here. As you can see, I added photos about Smart Mac, the two presentations that we have right now. And I use a very simple way of explaining the features, 5 bullet points, that the Smart Mug is going to control the temperature. It is easy because you can control it through an app. You will receive notifications when your coffee is ready. You have a long-lasting battery, and also you can also have or keep your drink cold if you want. Okay, very simple 5 bullet points to explain what the solution is doing. Another part with the solution, while you're explaining how your solution meet the need, probably you are going to mention what you use to come up with that innovation. Have you used a math principle? Have you used I don't know, quantum computer? What do you use to come up with that innovation? Don't overcomplicate it, but mention how you came up with that solution. What do you use, right? Or what was the principle that you use? And here I was forgetting to mention at Volition with entrepreneurs, we like to use the KAST principle. And I think that you already have heard about the KAST principle, but if not, KAST like us. KAST, keep it, what it is? Keep it simple, just keep it simple, right? That is the principle that we use here. And another wink, wink, use your creativity. If you have your project, show it. Yeah, here it is the pro tip. Show, don't tell me. If you have the product, just for example, let's say that you created a drink. Have the drink, show it in your camera. Here is the drink. If you don't have the product, if you created a prototype, show the prototype in your screen. You can put it here. You can use images, you can use photos, you can use sketches, right? if you are creating a platform, you can put the mockups of the platform, the mockups of the website, or the mockups of the application that you are creating. You could be creative here in a way to show your solution, okay? That is important because the audience is going to understand. If it is a really complex innovation or project, even more important to show what you are doing here. And now that I mentioned the complex solutions, if you are having a complex solution, you can use one tip here, a fictitious customer story, okay? Let's pretend that you created a microorganism to improve the quality of the soil. So the vegetables that you're going to plant, they are going to be better vegetables, high quality vegetables. So you're going to talk about microorganisms or something like that. So create that fictitious customer story and explain it again from the user's perspective, okay? So let's say Sally is a farmer in Kelowna. She's dedicated to plant tomatoes, but their tomatoes are not high quality. She's having problems to get into the market, and she's looking for options to improve the quality of the soil. Sally contacted us. She did a trial of I don't know, 2 weeks using those microorganisms. Since that, she has a great production and blah blah blah. Okay, but create that story, how Sally is using your solution, how you are making things easier for Sally, better, cheaper, faster, how your solution is better than others. Okay, and then again, when you use that customer story, with that customer story, probably you can also highlight or be clear about your value proposition. In your value proposition, make sure that you are explaining how you are making things easier for people. Okay, as I said, that could be that you are saving money for people, that you are saving time for them, that you are accelerating certain processes, how you are making things easier, better for them, for your user. Okay, so that is the part of the solution. In the part of the solution, usually we use this chart, this plan, or this timeline about a plan at the end of the pitch. But having in mind that you are part of this competition and that you created a project or an innovation, maybe there's a good way to explain what you are doing, okay? So this is a very simple timeline to explain what you are doing, the stage that you are right now, and how you are going to move forward. What are the things that you are going to achieve later or to achieve with your innovation, right? So I used here I use here examples. Right now, let's pretend and let's say that you are in the design part. You are designing your prototype. So here I am showing that I have the sketches, that I have the drawings, and I know how my prototype is going to look like. Then in 3 months, if I win this competition, I am going to have my prototype ready, and actually I am going to have an MVP, a minimum viable product. You are going to start the trials, and you are going to start testing your product with different users. And then in a year, after getting new team members, after getting other fundings, you are going to develop a different product. I mean, not a different product, but a better product with better features. So here you are mentioning what is your plan, something that judges or investors, what they look into your pitch is, do you have a plan and how you are going to execute that plan? Okay, that you have think about that, and that you have think about all the resources that you need to execute that part. Okay, so this is a very simple chart to explain what have you done so far and the resources that you need. suggested to include here in this part. Now, moving to the part of the opportunity and probably the most important part of the pitch. And I am kind of going to run because we have 10 minutes, but the opportunity, very important. In this part of the pitch, you start building trust with your audience. You start building trust with the judges, investors, and so on. What do we put here in the opportunity? We talk about marketing, the team, the competition, and the impact that you are doing with your innovation or with your project. So talking about the market, who will benefit from the solution? Once again, are you going to start with your community? Are you going to start with a certain minority group? Are you going to start with a certain part of the population? Who will benefit from your solution? How you will do it? You created your innovation, but how would you like to use it? Are you going to sell it? Are you going to provide it to the government, sell it to the government, make partnerships with the government so they can spread the product, spread what you are doing? How you are going to get revenue? If you are thinking to get revenue from your innovation, how you are going to get revenue out of that? Again, sell it. Are you going to charge a fee through the platform and through the app? How are you going to do it? At this stage, I don't think that you need to have like all the unit economics, or maybe you can correct me, Sarah, but I don't think that you will need to like the exact price, margins, and so on. No, exactly. But have the idea of the business model, what you would like to do with your innovation or with your solution. The other part here also to include in the opportunity is the traction. What I mean with traction, it's again, in simple words, a way of validating that you are solving a problem. Usually, entrepreneurs, a way to prove traction is through revenue. So they say, okay, I created a smart mug and I am selling 20,000 units and I am selling $1 million. Revenue is not the only way to prove traction. You add your stake with your projects. Another way to prove traction could be, do you have a number of people that have signed up for that have signed in a waiting list? Maybe you have visitors to your website. Maybe there's people that is already downloading your app. Maybe you have testimonials, reviews for something, reviews from somebody. Maybe you have awards. You won this competition. You participated in a similar competition in your school, so you got those awards. You make it to the finals. You make it to the semifinals. Those things, even if they are a little bigger, those count as traction for your product or for your innovation. So that's a way to prove traction. And here I'm going to explain about competition. Within the startup ecosystem, it is very important to include a part of competition. And what I mean by that is to be aware of what it's going on in the industry that you are, or what it's going about similar products. Okay, so let's say that you're creating plastic film made of seaweed. Okay. Probably you are not the first one. Probably there's people that is already working in this solution. And what judges, investors would like to see is that you are aware of that, okay? Because at the end of the day, if it is a competitor, probably they can take part of your market, right? So you need to be aware part of your competition, of your competitors. And also, I think that investors and probably judges, maybe wink wink, would like to see is collaboration, right? Maybe they are not only your competitors, but if you are having your innovation here and this is going to complement or supplement an existing solution, and with that you are going to join efforts and cover a bigger market or cover more problems, that is good. At the end of the day, you are solving a bigger problem, right? So be aware about the competition or other similar innovations in the market. And you can use this very simple example I put here, just like a chart. So in this chart is a smart mug. It is another one called Amber, Flasky, and other name. So what you do is you list the different products in the market, and you put here what are the key differentiators. Again, as you would like to show how your solution is better, how you are better. You have a better battery, you have a better quality in the materials, you are very accessible, you are doing online sales. How different are you from the others? Another example that you can use is this kind of X and Y axis. I don't know how to call it, this chart, but kind of having a visual of where are you located, and again highlighting the difference of your innovation with other products in the market. Finally, and very, very important in early stages companies, as well as you as young entrepreneurs creating innovation, the team. Without the team, there's no opportunity, right? Without you, simply, you don't have an innovation, or you would have a different innovation, or so don't forget about the team. If I am correctly, you are two are going to be two people, one or two, okay, one. If you are a solopreneur, that's fine, that's totally fine. But here you would like to add, when you think about the team, it's not only you. Again, think about what you need to move forward with your innovation. Okay, right now it is you created the innovation, but for example, to put it into the market, you need a team member that is really good in biology, a team member that is really good in maths, financials, and so on. So think about who could be part of your team. Another part, remember that we talk about investors and the different weight of investors, and that you can have advisors and mentors. That could be included as part of your team. Okay, so we have the core team here, and include who is your mentor, include who is advising you, because they are sharing knowledge, they are sharing expertise to move forward with the business. Okay, so there's a way to map out your project, your team, but don't forget about the slide of the team. And here, highlight your credentials, highlight your expertise. Okay, I created this innovation because I don't know, I won 2 science fairs and I am really good at, I don't know, biology. So this is my credential. My team here, my teammate, he is very good at math, and he will take care of the part of the financials. So don't forget about the team. Finally, I am going to go into the part of the ask. Okay, usually here in the startup ecosystem, entrepreneurs are going to mention what is their ask. In the example, following the example of the Smart Mug, they are fundraising $1 million. Why? Because remember the chart that we included in the beginning? They are raising 1 million because they are trying to design a new Smart Mug. They are going to put it into the market, do the trial. Once they have the trial, they are going to partnership with somebody to manufacture the mug and then put it into the market. Okay? In your case, you are competing for a prize, a 5,000 prize. How that 5,000 prize is going to impact your plan? What are you going to do with that prize? How that prize is going to move to help you to move forward with the innovation? Okay, so you have the 5,000. With the 5,000, I'm gonna finish the prototype. With the 5,000, I'm gonna partner with somebody and create a minimum viable product. How that money is going to impact into your plan, in the initial plan. Okay, what are you going to achieve with that? And you can also include the biggest thing that you need at the moment. Okay, so to build your prototype, you need a very specific plastic. You need a very specific, you need you need IT guy that is going to help you to do the programming thing about your app. So be very specific about what you need. Maybe you need a mentor. Be specific. I need a mentor in the financial area. I need a mentor in the IT area that could help me to develop the app, and be specific in that sense. Again, as you are pitching, you are building trust, You are building connections. You never know who is going to be part of your audience, and if they can connect you with the people that you need, with the resources that you need to continue with what you are doing. Okay, and finally, don't forget to put your contact information. As I was saying, probably here you can mention, okay, my name is Gabby. You can contact me at blah 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 blah, and that is kind of the way of closing your pitch and the main elements of your pitch. Here is a very short summary about what SmartMax is doing and how they incorporated the 4 elements. And in the very beginning of the presentation, I said what is the story that they use to present SmartMax. Okay, let's check how we are doing. Oh my God, it is 4:30. I have a couple of slides. Thanks for staying with us. I hope that you learned something new. Here, I'm just going to leave a couple of tips. Okay, you will be pitching virtual. Okay, doesn't matter if you are doing it virtual. There's a couple of things that I would like you to suggest. Get as comfortable as possible. Be at your own place. Make sure that is a good place to be concentrated in what you are saying, what you are doing. That there's no noises behind. Test out your screen. If you are going to do a demo, if you are going to show a very short video of your innovation, probably test it out. Check that your video is working. I would recommend to use like the headphones like with a cable, old school, but you sometimes you use the wireless headphones and they do not grab all the conversation, so it's kind of choppy. Make sure that the people is going to listen you clearly. Again, think about your audience. Who is your audience? If you are using a slide deck, use your slide deck as your supporting actor. Okay, you are the star of the show. You are the one creating the innovation, so people needs to engage with you and needs to be following you, not your slide deck. Okay, keep it your slide deck very simple. Do not push too much information there, and use it as your support actor. Smile, speak up, is the screen. Do it as if it is in person. Dress to impress. Yeah, even in the camera they cannot see your pants, your shorts, or your slippers, things like that, but dress to impress. You never know who is going to be in your audience. Be aware of your tone, your language, and your body language. And I'm going to share this presentation with you through Sara, or we will find a way to do it. I'm going to leave here 2 examples. One is from the resources from the Youth Innovation Showcase, the second video, and the first one is innovation challenge that we did with Crofton. So it's very similar competition. Here you can see a couple of pitches from high school students, and maybe you can grab from there a couple of ideas or inspiration. I'm gonna leave this with you. To recap, pitching is an opportunity to generate intrigue and secure a second conversation. Even if you don't make it to the finals, you can secure a second conversation. You can secure a mentor that it's going to help you. You can secure an advisor. You can secure, I don't know, who knows, maybe even your next employer. You never know. Yeah, so you never know. So pitching and using the part of the storytelling and having that structure helps you to tick all the boxes, all the kind of win-wins judge criteria as I was mentioning. The story build trust and memorability with your pitch, and there is no opportunity with you. Remember about the team and to talk about the team in your pitch. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, as my boss would say it, even kudos, short poems, anything that you would like to share, this is the opportunity. Oh, Vanessa, go ahead.
Okay. So for the
Sorry, Vanessa.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Okay, go ahead, Vanessa.
So for the interview, are we going to prepare a PowerPoint or like a presentation, or are we going to open up our camera and speak in front of them?
For
I'll-
the,
I'll take that one, Gabby. Yeah, you will be on camera and you will be presenting to judges. It'll be up to you whether or not you bring a PowerPoint presentation, but the focus will be on how you present yourself and how you answer questions from judges.
Okay, but how are we going to show our PowerPoint if we're going to open our camera?
Oh, there's a function on the platform that you'll be able to use.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, thank you.
You're welcome.
Vanessa, we will be sharing more information on the features, AirMeet features the day of, so you can expect an email from the Science Fair Foundation, probably Monday or Tuesday morning, so you'll be prepared.
Okay, so that'll be before the presentation, right?
Absolutely, yes,
Okay, thank you.
no problem.
anybody else? Other questions? Everything is clear. Even a thumbs up would be great to make sure that everything is clear, that we cover everything. I can see Lila nodding, which is good. Thank you. Anybody else? Oh, thank you, Christina. Yeah, thank you so much. We will share the recording just in case, if you would like to see it again. Okay, if nobody have questions, thank you, Lila, for the thumbs up. I think that we can wrap up this. Thank you, Faya. Thank you so much. Let me just check the chat. Oh, thank you, Christina. Thank you, everybody. I hope that you learned something new. And I forgot, even if you have questions later, don't hesitate to reach out to us, info@volitionadvisors.com, or maybe you can do it at gabby@volitionadvisors.com. Any questions? No bigger, not a smaller question, you can reach out. Thank you so much, everybody.